The exam room was silent, except for pencils. Riku worked through the problems, unaware that the most popular girl in school was watching his every answer.
She's staring at my paper. Is she actually copying me?
Just a few more answers. If I can match his, I might pass. I know your secret.
Secret? She's bluffing. She has to be bluffing.
Riku's hand lifted, then fell. The teacher never noticed. The bell rang. Minutes later. The hallway was empty, but Hina was waiting, leaning against the lockers like she owned them.
You were about to raise your hand, weren't you? You saw me and you almost ruined everything.
Ruined everything? She's the one who cheated. But why is she so calm?
Say anything about today, and I'll tell everyone your darkest secret. Understand?
Hina didn't wait for an answer. She turned and walked away, her confidence leaving no room for argument.
Darkest secret? I don't even have a secret. What could she possibly know?
The question chased him all the way home. He sat on his bed, mind racing, but every memory came up clean.
I don't cheat. I don't steal. I don't even talk back. There's literally nothing to back. There's literally nothing to blackmail me with. So either she's bluffing, or she knows something I don't. Both are terrifying.
His phone buzzed, shattering the silence. An unknown number. Don't even think about telling anyone. I know more than you think. You are mine now.
How did she get my number? She's serious. This is real. I need to figure out what she has on me. Until then, I'll just have to play along.
That night, sleep came in uneasy fragments. In his dreams, Hina's smirk followed him everywhere. The next morning, Hina found Riku at his locker. Her smile was too bright, and her tone left no room for refusal.
Carry my books to class, and don't be late for lunch. We have a lot to discuss.
She's doing this in front of everyone. Now they'll all think I am her servant.
At lunch, the cafeteria buzzed with noise. Hina waved him over from her crowded table, a queen summoning a subject.
Sit. You are with me now. Right, everyone? He's going to help me with school stuff.
School stuff. She's loving this. Every whisper, every stare, it's all for her amusement.
After lunch, Riku cornered Hina in a quieter hallway. His patience was threadbare.
What do you actually have on me? I need to know. This has gone far enough.
Wouldn't you like to know? Just keep doing as I say, and maybe you'll never find out.
She walked away without looking back, leaving him frozen, the weight of an invisible leash tightening around his throat. That evening, Riku sat on his bed, staring at the wall. The humiliation replayed on a loop, each whisper from the cafeteria still ringing in his ears.
Why can't I just ignore her? She's just a girl with a smile and a threat. But that threat, it's eating me alive.
His phone buzzed, shattering the silence. Another message from the unknown number. Just a reminder. I own you now. Don't forget it.
Own me? I am not a thing. But she's right. I can't breathe without thinking about that secret. What if there's no secret? What if she's bluffing? But if I am wrong, she'll destroy me.
The uncertainty was worse than any direct threat. He had to know the truth, but confronting her again would only tighten the leash.
I need proof, something I can use against her. There has to be a way to turn this around.
He resolved to watch her every move, to find a crack in her armor. Endure the humiliation, but never stop searching.
One way or another, I'll figure out what she's hiding, even if I have to play her game a little longer.
The next day, the cafeteria was alive with noise. Mika sat at a corner table, her sharp eyes fixed on Hina and Riku across the room.
Why is Hina suddenly glued to that bookworm? She never hangs out with anyone outside her circle.
Discreetly, she raised her phone and captured a photo of them together, evidence of something worth investigating. Later, Mika found Riku alone in the hallway. Her approach was predatory, her smile sharp.
So, Riku, you've been spending a lot of time with our princess. What's the deal? You two seem cozy.
She knows something, or she thinks she does. I have to be careful.
Before Riku could answer, Hina appeared. Her eyes narrowed at the sight of Mika.
Mika is trouble. Keep her quiet or else. I don't care how you do it.
Now I have to manage Mika on top of everything else. This is spiraling out of control.
Mika watched from across the hall, her phone still glowing. She wouldn't let this go. The next day, after the final bell, Hina caught Riku at the gate. She wasn't asking anymore.
From now on, you walk home with me every day. No excuses.
They walked side by side, but the silence was heavy. Whispers followed them like shadows.
Everyone is staring. They think I am her boyfriend, but I am just a hostage.
In the cafeteria, even his usual table felt foreign. His friends avoided his eyes. He tried to push back once, his voice barely more than a whisper. But Hina's reply cut him short.
I don't care about your grades. Miss one walk, and I'll tell everyone right then.
Days blurred. His quiz came back with a red mark, a grade he'd never seen before.
I've never failed a quiz. She's taking everything. My time, my focus, even my future.
That lunch, Riku sat alone. The whispers had become a roar, and he had no one left. Anonymous forum post. The school's queen bee Hina didn't earn her grades. Looks like her nerdy new toy is writing her exams. Check the photos. By morning, the rumor had infected the whole school. Hina's friends turned their backs, leaving her isolated for the first time.
You leaked it, didn't you? You wanted to destroy me, so you told everyone about the test.
I swear I didn't. I am the one who's been tortured by you, remember? Why would I bring this down on myself?
Then who else knows? Who's trying to take us both down?
For a moment, the accusation hung between them. Then, a shared realization dawned. They were both victims now. Unseen by either, Mika slipped away from the door, her phone screen glowing with the post she had shared.
We need to find out who started this. Until we do, neither of us is safe.
Fine, but this doesn't change anything between us. You are still my puppet. For now.
Riku nodded, but his mind was already racing. The leash was still on, but now they were both being hunted. As the teacher droned on, Riku's mind was elsewhere. One word kept echoing. End this. The teacher called on Hina to read a passage. She froze, then feigned a cough and pointed at her throat. Riku watched her hands tremble as she closed the textbook. No one else seemed to notice.
Read the rest. My throat hurts.
Later, Riku saw her struggle to read a menu, tilting her phone as if the letters were foreign symbols. That evening, Riku sat in the library, searching for answers. His phone screen glowed. Dyslexia symptoms.
She copies exams, avoids reading, panics when called on. It's not laziness. It's something else.
The pieces clicked. Her blackmail, her control. It was all a mask. But for what?
What if the secret she's hiding isn't about me? What if she's the one with the secret?
The hunt for the leaker would have to wait. Riku had a new target. The truth behind Hina's perfect facade. New forum post. A photo of a note in Riku's writing. Proof they've been cheating together. Check the notes. The teacher's warning sliced through the room. Any cheating will result in immediate suspension. Hina sat frozen, every whisper feeling like an accusation. Her perfect world was crumbling. After class, Riku searched the library and found her hidden among the dusty shelves. She was trying to read a children's story, her lips forming each word with painstaking effort.
Don't just stand there staring. Haven't you humiliated me enough?
I wasn't. I just came to return a book.
She didn't wait for a reply. She slammed the book shut and pushed past him, but not before he saw the single tear escape.
She's breaking, and it's killing her to let anyone see it.
Mika watched from the end of the aisle, her phone already recording. The perfect blackmail material. Tonight, Riku decided he would get the whole truth. No more games. That night, Riku sat at his desk, phone in hand, diving deeper into articles about dyslexia.
Fear of reading aloud, avoiding text. It's all there in the symptoms.
He replayed every moment. The whispered threats weren't power. They were panic.
She's been hiding a learning disability her whole life, and she used it to make me her puppet.
The more he read, the clearer it became. The blackmail was a bluff. She had nothing on him.
I've been a prisoner to a lie, but if I confront her wrong, she'll lash out and make it worse.
He typed a message, his fingers steady for the first time in days. Library. Tomorrow after school. We need to talk. No games.
If I am right, I can end this nightmare. If I am wrong, she'll bury me.
Sleep refused to come. The next day would be the moment of truth. After school, the library was silent. Hina walked in, her confident mask already slipping.
What's this about? If this is another attempt to free yourself, forget it.
I am not here to beg. I am here to end this, because I know the truth.
You don't know anything.
You copied my exam. You manipulate me with empty threats, and you can barely read a children's book.
The mask shattered. Her eyes brimmed with tears.
I have dyslexia. I've had it since I was little. The secret I used against you, it was all a lie. There is no secret. I just panicked. Please don't tell anyone. If the school finds out, I am finished. My reputation, my friends, everything will be gone.
She's not the monster I built in my head. She's just a frightened girl who lied to survive.
The leash was gone. Now he held all the power. But what would he do with it? Riku watched the tears stream down her face. The anger was still there, but something else was fighting to get through.
You ruined my life with a lie. I almost lost my grades, my reputation. Why me? Why did you do it?
I saw your paper clearly. You were the top student. I panicked. I couldn't fail that exam, or everyone would know something was wrong. I've hidden this since I was 6. Teachers who thought I was lazy, friends who'd never understand. I can't let it come out. I'll turn myself in to the teacher. Say I made you help me. At least then you'll be innocent.
She's willing to take the fall alone. Even now, she's still terrified of being exposed.
He realized her cruelty had never been about power. It was fear so deep, it had twisted into manipulation.
I could destroy her right now, end her reign forever. Then why does that feel like the wrong answer?
Please, just tell me what you're going to do.
Riku opened his mouth, but no answer came. He wasn't ready to forgive, but he couldn't bring himself to strike. Finally, Riku spoke, his voice steadier than he expected.
I am not going to tell anyone, and you are not confessing either.
What? Why? After everything I did to you?
Exposing you won't fix my grades or erase the humiliation, but I know how to make sure you never cheat again.
He's offering to help? This must be a trick, or pity, but his eyes, they look sincere.
Tutor. I'll teach you to read properly. No one has to know. We meet in the old club room after school.
You'd do that? Why would you? I made your life miserable.
Because no one deserves to live in fear. And maybe I want to see the real Hina, not the mask.
Okay, I'll try. But if this is a trick...
For the first time, they left the library side by side, not as captor and captive, but as something fragile and new, allies. The next day, the old clubroom was thick with dust and silence. Hina arrived first, her usual confidence absent.
So, teacher, what's the first lesson? How to read baby books?
Let's start with something simple. Just sound out each letter, no pressure.
Why can't the letters stay still? They're swimming on the page.
Her pencil hovered, then snapped. She shoved the paper away, frustration boiling over.
I can't do this. I've been faking it since elementary school. Every test was a performance.
You don't have to perform here. We'll go as slow as you need.
He took a different approach, drawing shapes and connecting sounds to images. Her breathing steadied.
Wait, that sound matches that shape? I never knew that.
By the end of the hour, she had sounded out 3 words correctly. They agreed to meet again tomorrow. A fragile hope took root. Weeks passed. The dusty clubroom became a sanctuary. Day by day, Hina's confidence grew.
I got a perfect score on the practice quiz. I actually read every single question.
Riku watched her celebrate. A rare, genuine smile, replacing the smirk he once feared. But in the hallway, Mika noticed the change. Hina's posted grades had taken a sharp upward turn.
Her grades are suddenly soaring. She must be cheating again. But how? I need more proof.
That afternoon, Mika shadowed them from a distance as they slipped toward the old building. They reached the clubroom door, glancing around before slipping inside. Mika rounded the corner just as it clicked shut. She pressed her ear to the door, but the heavy wood muffled their words. Frustrated, she stepped back.
Next time, I'll be ready. This clubroom is the key to everything.
Inside, Riku and Hina began their session, unaware that the final exam was only a week away, and that their fragile secret was no longer safe. The next afternoon, Riku paused outside the clubroom. A clear footprint marked the dusty floor.
Someone was here, right outside the door.
We're being watched. Every meeting, every session, it could be the last.
They began taking separate routes, meeting at odd hours. But the constant vigilance was wearing them down. During one session, Hina's eyes flickered repeatedly toward the locked door. She could barely focus.
You are safe in here. We're going to get through this.
But that night, Riku's phone lit up with a message that shattered the calm. I can't do this. I'm going to fail again. The fear never stops. Riku typed his reply without hesitation. He wouldn't let her give up now. You are not that girl anymore. We'll walk into that exam together. I believe you can do this. At midnight, the school rooftop was cold and quiet. Hina stood alone, gripping the railing. Her phone glowed with the message she'd sent. I can't do this alone.
He came. He actually came.
You are shaking. We've been through this 100 times. The real test is just another page.
What if I fail? What if all those weeks meant nothing?
They didn't mean nothing. Look at me. You've already passed the hardest test, facing this truth.
Without you, I would have destroyed myself. And you, I was so cruel.
You were scared, but that girl is gone. Tomorrow, you prove it.
He held out a folded paper of last-minute tips, but she shook her head. I need to do this on my own. They watched the sunrise together. The school bell would ring in a few hours. The final exam began with the ticking of the clock. Hina gripped her pencil, her knuckles white.
Don't look around. Every word I've practiced is here. Just breathe and read.
The questions swam on the page, but she fought through each one. No stolen glances, no shortcuts. The bell rang. Pencils clattered. Hina exhaled, exhausted, but the weight of years had not crushed her. Outside the exam hall, Riku waited by the lockers. Every passing student made his heart jump. Hina emerged, her steps heavy. Their eyes met, and for a fleeting moment, a fragile hope passed between them. But then Mika appeared at the end of the hall, phone raised like a weapon. A crowd formed behind her.
I knew it. You've been cheating the whole time. I have proof of your secret meetings.
Riku stepped forward, shielding Hina from the swarm of stares.
This is it. The moment everything comes crashing down or stands tall.
Mika thrust her phone toward the crowd, photos of Riku and Hina slipping into the clubroom flashing on the screen.
See? They've been sneaking off for weeks. She's been cheating off him the whole time. The proof is right here.
It's not cheating. I've been helping her study. She's been working harder than anyone in this school.
Studying? Don't make me laugh. Everyone knows she can't do anything on her own. She's a fraud.
Hina stepped out from behind Riku. Her legs shook, but but her voice, when it came, was steady.
You are right. I did cheat before. I have dyslexia. I've hidden it my whole life. Riku caught me, but instead of ruining me, he taught me to read. I didn't cheat today. I am not that person anymore.
A stunned silence fell. Then, a single voice from the crowd whispered, "Dyslexia?"
She did it. She told them everything. Now it's out of our hands.
Mika lowered her phone. The smirk wiped clean from her face. For the first time, she had no words. The crowd murmured. Some faces held sympathy. Others still sneered. But the accusation had lost its bite.
This doesn't prove anything. She admitted to cheating before. The teacher needs to hear this.
The teacher had already heard. She walked through the crowd, glanced at Hina, and gave a slow nod. There will be no penalty for past mistakes. Today's test stands on its own. Hina took the paper with trembling hands. A B-, earned with her own mind.
I did it. Without cheating, without fear. This grade is mine.
Riku stood beside her, unable to hide his grin. The boy who had been her victim had become her shield. Mika stormed off, disappearing into the thinning crowd. The forum posts would haunt her more than anyone else. The hallway emptied until only 2 figures remained. The air felt lighter, the weight of years finally lifting. The secret that once bound them now set them both free. A few days later, the school hallway buzzed with conversations, but the whispers no longer pointed at Hina. She walked with her head high, no longer hiding behind a mask. Some students even smiled back.
Yeah, I am still getting used to it. But it's kind of nice not having to pretend anymore.
At the school gate, Riku waited, absent-mindedly adjusting his glasses.
Hey, you didn't have to wait for me.
Old habits, plus the walk is better with company.
They walked side by side, their steps naturally falling into rhythm.
I never said this properly. Thank you for not giving up on me.
You did the hard part. I just reminded you it was possible.
Above them, the cherry blossoms drifted in the breeze, a quiet promise of new beginnings. Later that day, the school rooftop was bathed in orange and gold. Up here, the noise of the world fell away.
For the first time, I feel like I can breathe. Everything just feels clear.
I never thought I'd say this, but I am glad I caught you cheating that day.
You are glad? After everything I put you through?
Because it brought us here. You are not the person you were pretending to be, and neither am I.
Neither are you. You could have destroyed me, but you chose to save me instead.
They shared a quiet smile. No more words needed. The past finally felt like the past. Below them, the school emptied out. But up here, time seemed to pause. 2 figures who had started as enemies stood together, no longer alone. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, the first star of the evening appeared. A new chapter, just beginning.